We are getting word right now from our producers that that John Gregg is getting ready to take to the podium. He, of course, lost that battle of governor to Eric Holcomb. Let's go right now live to John Gregg.
Thank you very much. Bear with me. This was not the speech I planned on giving. You can laugh. I have a sense of humor. Let me tell you, I want to thank everyone for being here tonight, and for my family for being with me, and for being here so long. A few moments ago, I spoke with Governor-elect Holcomb and offered my congratulations to him and his wife Janet, gave them my well wishes. I had also recently checked with Rex Bell, the Libertarian candidate, and wished him well on his recovery. You know, this has been a wacky ride in politics this year, and a wacky year. So much has divided our nation and divided our state. I think tonight's the night we start and let this point be a point where the healing begins, where we all move closer together, where we begin to move forward as one. Tonight we're all Hoosiers, and tomorrow, as the dust of this election settles, the wounds begin to heal, we'll still all be Hoosiers. I got into this race because I love Indiana and because I wanted to serve. I love the people, the small towns, the large towns, everything in between. I love the work ethic and the can-do spirit, and I love the promise of a better Indiana that comes up with each sunrise, and the sunrise will rise tomorrow too. If we choose it, although tonight is disappointing, tomorrow can still be our day. As many as you know, I love history, and I think of Teddy Roosevelt's quote about getting in the arena. And I'm not going to give that quote because it's too long. But I want to tell you a couple of things. I want to tell you why we ran and some reasons about some people why I still think we did the right thing. First of all, I met a woman in Mount Vernon who had sold her house because she didn't have any health insurance and she fell through the cracks. That's why we ran. I met a woman from Mitchell, Indiana who couldn't afford a $10 ticket to come to Jefferson Jackson Day dinner. Her and her husband both worked $9 an hour jobs with no life insurance, no insurance. That's why we ran. Saturday, we drove through Rossville, Indiana, and there was a man standing on the corner holding up a Gregg Hale sign, cheering on our bus. That's why we ran. I think of the young girl who came up to me at Ball State and said it's tough, and she broke down into tears over the expense of college and how hard it was for her to work and be in college. I think of all the people we met along the way. I think of the man from Crawfordsville who kept sending $10 almost each and every week. Indiana's a great place and still has a bright future. I think about those people each and every day. And I want to think about a place in Indiana where my boys and daughter can grow up and raise their children and their grandchildren. So it's important that while many of you are saying, how can we ever win? Democrats, we can win. We will win. This view as a beginning, not as an end. View this as a time for us to re-energize our party, but to embrace our state and go forward together. This may be the last time that my name's on the ballot, but I do want to tell you that I was so honored to have Christina Hale. And Christina gave up. She gave up her seat, sacrificed her seat because she wanted to serve. She is the real deal. She is filled with passion and compassion. She is bright, she is brilliant, she is hardworking, and she has a bright future. And Christina, Chris, and Owen, I want to thank each and every one of you. And I know we'll see her in the arena again soon. I want to thank our entire staff. And you're going to have to bear with me because I want to mention them by name. But I do want to thank 4 or 5 groups. I want to thank the men and women of organized labor that supported us. And I still believe that the war on organized labor in the middle class should end. And I want to thank the men and women that teach. I love you too, brother. And I want to thank the men and women that teach, because I believe teachers are part of the solution. I want to thank the men and women of law enforcement and public safety, the FOP and the state police for their endorsement. I want to thank all of the independent and moderate Republicans who stood with us tonight and voted for change. I personally thank you. I want to thank John Zodi. I want to thank our field team. I want to thank a bunch of people. I'm going to read their names real quick, so please don't leave. Lene Carroll, Donnie Jones, Pete Weldy, and Adam Kirsch. 4 people that didn't get paid but did a lot of work on the campaign. Christina with a K Jarbo. We had Christina with a K and Christina with a C. Christina with a K and Catherine Chai, who both helped on Christina's campaign. Nathan Clark and Carla De La Garza in our finance department. David Miles, our deputy press secretary. Gregg Stowers, my right-hand right man right out there. Sarah Ferraro, who is still up in Lake County, where she is still working to cut down on that margin. Phil Johnson, our political field director. Mike Clater, our treasurer, who came out of retirement. Lacey Johnson, our finance chair. Tom New, our Yoda. I want to thank the Queen Diane Masaiu for all the help she did. My friend and law partner Joe Champion. I want to thank Casey Kendrick, our scheduler, who I got mad at on a daily basis. Our finance director, Christian Jones. We raised more money than any candidate, including Mitch Daniels. But it was tough with what happened in the state with the landslide that came across Indiana and with the amount of money that came from the Republican Governors Association, but we worked hard. I want to thank Jeff Harris, our communications director, very much. Jeff came up to me about 2 days after the last election and said, "You need to do this again." And he was right, I did. The only thing was, he said, "I'm convinced you'll win." But I want to thank Jeff, because he was there from the beginning right up till tonight. And I want to thank our loquacious and ever talkative campaign manager, Tim Henderson. Where's Tim? I also want to thank my 2 brothers, James and Jody, who are here with me. My mother, June, who's here with me. My nieces, Josie and Justine. My daughter-in-law to be is with us tonight. Mercedes, sister-in-law, Shelley. Since the last time I got married and I inherited a daughter, my daughter Stevie, Kelly, who's with us. My 2 boys, John Blackwood and Hunter. And I outdid myself. I'm not the easiest person to get along with. And I married a lovely woman and named Lisa, and I want to...
That was John Gregg speaking as we come to you now on Fox 59 News at 10. John Gregg conceding in the race for governor tonight. Lieutenant Governor Eric Holcomb, the winner.
It was a hard-fought race. Eric Holcomb, as you said, coming out the winner there. John Gregg graciously conceding in this race for governor.
We've got much more to come right now on Fox 59 News at 10.